So I'm trying out this wide angle lens so you can see both of my bookcases at the same time. Aren't they lovely? This one has some of Jim's books, but also has some of my books, and this is all my books. And not all my books, because a lot of my books are at my parents' house. And I also have piles of books in various places, like my TBR piles over here, and my books I just read are right here, which I'm going to talk about today. I'm a super slow reader, so I only finished 2 books in September, but I still decided that I was going to make a September wrap-up video, kind of review the books that I read and talk about them, because that's what booktubers do, even though I only read 2 books. The first book I want to talk about is The Maze Runner. Now, this was the book that I decided to read first from my book haul that I did recently because of the movie coming out. You know, I'm not rushing to my bookstore to get the second book. I may read the rest eventually. It's not on my top priority list. Another thing about this book is there were barely any female characters. There's one who's a main character, but for like most of the book she's in a coma. It's kind of a dude fest. And not to hate on books that are dude fests, I mean my favorite book of all time, The Lord of the Rings, is pretty much a dude fest. But it was just kind of a bummer for some reason this time. It was just all guys. And I think it was a bummer because the reason, and here's a little bit of a spoiler, so mute it if you don't want to know, but the boys that they picked, the kids that they picked to be in this experiment were supposed to be like of the utmost high intelligence, and that's why they picked them, and it just happened to be that all of the smartest people were boys. I'm not buying that. Now maybe in later books they reveal something where maybe there was a girl version of this, but I don't know. As far as I know, all the smartest youths were boys, and that doesn't sit well with me. But, you know, it wasn't terrible. I would recommend it if you're interested in that kind of genre, but yeah, okay. The next book I read was Matched, and I didn't think I was gonna like Matched, to be honest. I read something that said it was like The Giver, but sexy. What? I think it's because there's a love triangle, and it is kind of like The Giver in the sense that it's this, you know, future society where everything is sunshine and rainbows, and there's like nothing bad, but then also people don't have any rights and freedom. So it's interesting, and you know, I actually did really like it, and I think I am gonna pick up the second book because it was cool. I enjoyed it. If you like Divergent and things like that where it's very much young adults, I recommend it for sure. Yeah, why not? Jim and I have been cleaning our apartment lately and getting rid of things that we don't need anymore, and I had a huge stack of comic books that I had been keeping in my car because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. And it turns out a lot of those comic books were free comic books that I got at Comic-Con, but a few of them were kind of interesting, so I thought I would do a little giveaway for you, person watching this video, if you want. These are the ones from Comic-Con. Then there's also some comics that I actually got this year from Free Comic Book Day that I actually got doubles of. Mouse Guard, which also has Rust, which actually I'm gonna keep my copy of this and read it soon. I'm also gonna give away some posters too, because I found a bunch of posters. Superman, Batman, that's part of Batman. Star Wars, like publications. I'm gonna make this as simple as possible, and all you have to do is post a comment on this video saying if you want comics or posters, and then your Twitter handle. And if you don't want either, you can just leave a normal comment about the books if you want. But if you do want to win things, you can also share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, anywhere. Just make sure to tag me so that I can count it as an entry. Also, I'm gonna try something new to see if it works for giveaways. I've never done this before, but if you share this video with a friend who wants to enter, and they mention in their comment that you sent them, then not only do they get an entry, but you also get an additional entry. Alright, I'm gonna keep reading books. I'm gonna hopefully have more than 2 books to review by the end of October. But it's October, so I'll be making Halloween costumes, so who knows when I'll read books. I'm gonna read books. I'm reading books. I read every day. A little bit. I hope you do too. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Say I'll see you later, Pygmy Puff.
I'll see you later, Pygmy Puff.
No, that's not... you don't...